AI image generation has completely exploded. 2 years ago you had 1 or 2 decent options. Now there are dozens of tools all claiming to be the best. The problem is most people just pick whatever is trending, spend money on the wrong tool, and end up frustrated with the results. I tested every major AI image generator available in 2026, and the results surprised me. Some expensive tools got destroyed by free alternatives. Some tools that were dominant last year have fallen behind. And one generator in particular is so far ahead of everything else for specific use cases that it is not even close. Today I am ranking the 6 best AI image generators from worst to best, showing you real examples from each one, and telling you exactly which one to use based on what you actually need. By the end of this video, you will know exactly where to put your money and where to save it. Starting at number 6, Stable Diffusion. Now before the open source community comes for me, let me explain. Stable Diffusion is incredible. It is completely free, fully customizable, and the community has built thousands of models and extensions around it. If you are technical, if you enjoy tweaking settings and training custom models, Stable Diffusion gives you more control than anything else on this list. But here is the problem. The barrier to entry is massive. You need a powerful GPU. You need to understand installation, model selection, sampling methods, and prompt engineering at a level that most people simply do not have time for. The out-of-the-box experience with Stable Diffusion 3 is decent but not mind-blowing. Where it shines is in the hands of experts who have spent hundreds of hours learning the ecosystem. For the average user who just wants to generate great images quickly, the learning curve puts Stable Diffusion at the bottom of this list. But if you are a power user who wants complete control and 0 monthly fees, nothing else comes close. Best for technical users, developers, and artists who want full customization. Not ideal for beginners or anyone who wants fast, easy results. At number 5, Leonardo AI. Leonardo has carved out a really interesting niche. It sits between the simplicity of consumer tools and the complexity of Stable Diffusion. You get a web interface that is genuinely easy to use, a library of community-trained models, and some unique features like real-time canvas generation. The image quality is solid. Not the absolute best on this list, but consistently good across different styles. Where Leonardo really shines is in its game asset and concept art generation. If you are a game developer or concept artist, some of the fine-tuned models on Leonardo produce results that are genuinely useful in a production pipeline. The free tier is generous enough to test everything, and the paid plans start at about $12 per month. The downside is that for photorealistic images, Leonardo falls behind the top tools on this list. And some of the best features are locked behind higher tier plans. Best for game developers, concept artists, and users who want a middle ground between simplicity and control. Not ideal for photorealism or commercial photography. At number 4, DALL-E 3 from OpenAI. DALL-E has one massive advantage over everything else on this list. It is built directly into ChatGPT. That means you can have a conversation about what you want, iterate naturally, and refine your images through dialogue instead of trying to craft a perfect prompt from scratch. The image quality is excellent, especially for illustrations, diagrams, and creative compositions. DALL-E 3 understands complex prompts better than almost anything else. You can say a cat wearing a tiny business suit sitting at a desk that is way too big for it, looking overwhelmed by paperwork, in a Pixar style, and it will nail every detail of that prompt. The weakness of DALL-E 3 is photorealism. When you need images that look like actual photographs, it still has a tell. There is a smoothness, an almost plastic quality to DALL-E's photorealistic outputs that trained eyes will catch. It is getting better with every update, but it is not the best option for realistic imagery. The pricing is simple because it is included in your ChatGPT Plus subscription at $20 per month. If you are already paying for ChatGPT, you get DALL-E 3 for free. That is a significant value proposition. Best for creative illustrations, concept art, anyone already using ChatGPT, and situations where prompt understanding matters more than raw photorealism. Number 3 is the dark horse of this list. Ideogram. If you have not heard of Ideogram, you are not alone. It does not have the brand recognition of Midjourney or DALL-E. But it does something that no other image generator does well, and that is text rendering. Every other AI image generator struggles with text in images. You ask for a sign that says open and you get OEPN or OPNE or some hieroglyphic nightmare. Ideogram actually gets text right. Consistently. This might sound like a small thing, but it opens up entire categories of use cases. Logo design. Social media graphics. Posters. Business cards. Marketing materials. Anything that requires readable text in an image. Beyond text, Ideogram's general image quality has improved dramatically. Version 2 brought it into serious competition with the top tools, with strong photorealism and creative capabilities. The free tier gives you a usable number of generations per day, and the paid plan is only $8 per month. If your workflow involves creating images with text, Ideogram is not just the best option. It is currently the only viable option. Best for marketing materials, social media graphics, logos, and any image that needs readable text. Also strong for general creative work at a very competitive price. Number 2 shocked me. Flux by Black Forest Labs came out of nowhere and immediately became one of the best image generators available. The team behind Flux includes several of the original creators of Stable Diffusion, and you can tell. They took everything they learned and built something that is both more powerful and more accessible. Flux's image quality is stunning. Photorealism that rivals and sometimes beats Midjourney. Creative compositions that feel genuinely artistic. And the consistency across different styles is remarkable. Whether you want a hyper-realistic portrait, an anime illustration, or an abstract art piece, Flux delivers at an extremely high level. What makes Flux especially interesting is its open source model. Flux Schnell is free and fast. Flux Dev is free for non-commercial use. And Flux Pro, the premium version, is available through API at very competitive pricing. You can run it locally if you have the hardware, or use it through platforms like Replicate and FAL. The speed is another major advantage. Flux Schnell generates images in about 2 seconds. That is faster than almost anything else at comparable quality. For workflows that require high volume, this speed difference adds up quickly. Best for photorealism, artistic compositions, and anyone who wants top-tier quality with flexible pricing options. The open source model makes it incredibly versatile. And number 1 is Midjourney. I know. Some of you expected a surprise. But after testing everything extensively, Midjourney is still the overall best AI image generator in 2026, and here is why. Midjourney version 7 is operating on a different level. The default aesthetic quality of its outputs is unmatched. Without any special prompting or fine-tuning, Midjourney produces images that look professionally composed, with lighting, color, and composition that feel deliberately artistic. Other tools can match Midjourney's technical quality, but none of them match its aesthetic taste. The new features in version 7 are significant. Better understanding of spatial relationships, dramatically improved hand and face rendering, and a level of detail in textures and materials that makes most outputs look like actual photographs or professional illustrations. The pricing is $30 per month for the standard plan, which is more expensive than every other option on this list. But if image quality is your priority, if you are creating content for clients, for marketing campaigns, for social media that needs to stop people from scrolling, Midjourney consistently produces the highest percentage of usable images per prompt. The ecosystem matters too. The Discord community is massive. The prompt libraries, style references, and shared knowledge base make it easier to get great results quickly. And the new web interface means you no longer need Discord to use it. Best for professional content creation, marketing, social media, and anyone who prioritizes aesthetic quality and is willing to pay a premium for the best default outputs. So here is the bottom line. If you want the absolute best quality and you do not mind paying for it, go with Midjourney. If you want near Midjourney quality with more flexibility and lower cost, Flux is your answer. If you need text in your images, Ideogram is the only real choice. If you are already paying for ChatGPT, DALL-E 3 is an incredible value add. Leonardo is perfect for game assets and concept art. And Stable Diffusion remains unbeatable for anyone who wants complete control and zero ongoing costs. The tool does not matter as much as how you use it. Pick one, learn it deeply, and start creating. That is where the real magic happens. If this comparison helped you figure out which tool to use, subscribe to this channel because we break down AI tools every single week so you always know what is worth your time and money. Drop a comment telling me which image generator is your favorite. I read every comment and I am genuinely curious what you are all using. I will see you in the next one.